about parallel lines? Well, parallel lines look like this. They have the same steepness, they have the same slope. So this problem says, if the line through the points 2, -7, and 4n is parallel to the line y equals 5x plus 10, what is the value of n? Again, this is a concept that we should know how to actually do, but it's asked. What are you asking me? All right, they're asking for n here, but the big key is we know the slope of the line they gave us was 5. So what does that tell us? Well, that tells us that the slope that we want this to come out to is 5. Well, the line through these 2 points has to have a slope of 5 because that's what it says, parallel to that line. So go back to your slope formula. Pretend that you were just supposed to calculate a slope. We would use this formula here. Okay? So we would say, hey, x1, y1, x2, y2. Well, if I'm going to use that formula right now, it's kind of goofy. It's going to be n. The y2 is actually n minus a -7 all over x2 minus x1. So that becomes 4 minus 2. Well, if I simplify this, I'm going to get very clearly 2 in the denominator, but the numerator, unfortunately, I can't go any further than n plus 7. Minus negative is n plus 7. So I want you to think about this a little bit. We know that the slope has to come out to 5. The slope is 5. So we know that this whole thing we're doing here has to come out to 5. Well, there's 2 ways to think about this right now. We could say, well, okay, so if the slope has to come out to 5, what would make this 5? So we can say, all right, well, n plus 7 over 2, that's the slope I got. I know it's supposed to come out to 5. And then you can mathematically solve this one to find out what n is. It's a little goofy, or you can just say right now, oh, right there, that's supposed to come out to 10, because 10 divided by 2 would be 5, wouldn't it? So really we could say, oh, n plus 7, I know that has to come out to 10. Subtract 7 from both sides, and we get an n value of 3. Or the other way to think about it is, n plus 7 over 2, that has to come out to 5. Why? Because we're parallel and we have to have the same slope. And then you could just mathematically multiply both sides by 2. N plus 7 is equal to 10, and then we get an n value of 3. Now I really want you to think about this here as I switch to the color red. If this problem said 2, -7, and 4, 3, would you have been able to just go, oh, 3 minus a -7, 4 minus 2, that's my slope. And when you do the math here, 3 minus a -7 is really 3 plus 7, so that comes out to 10 over 2, which is 5. So you guys are used to just getting 2 ordered pairs and calculating a slope. This one is basically telling you, hey, I've got 2 ordered pairs, but I don't know what one of them is, but I'll tell you what the slope's supposed to come out to. So it's a unique way of asking the question, and that's why you might say, what are you asking me? But you actually know all the math behind it. Now try the next problem and see the best you can do on that one.